Okay, dude.
Okay, I can tell you right now, just from what I look at, it's going to need a counter or an input shaft training, clutch steel. I'd have to drive it myself.
Yeah, when you drive it to see.
It needs a coil and a module and all the wires.
It needs a coil?
It needs a coil and a set of wires for starters. I don't know.
This wire's been replaced. What's the date on them?
It's got P2 on it.
No, there's no. That's the only date.
You have to put wires on the side.
They're Delco wires. It doesn't need an OptiSpark?
Let me check it. I'll tell you if it needs an OptiSpark.
Man, that'd be brutal if it does. That'd be a lot of money.
It may need an OptiSpark too, but let me look. I can tell you in a minute.
Is the water pump leaking? You can feel it. You can feel the miss.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's obvious.
Well, if it had a wire off, there'd be a 300 code.
Well, no, it's not. The coil and the coil wire are shot.
Oh, let me see. Can you see it?
Oh yeah. Let me see. Here, I'll show you.
What, the end's burned off?
It's yeah.
I don't know what the hell they were thinking when they did this.
Well, I know, but this is all the stuff. You know, I just kind of doing all my basic stuff, and I've already found all the issues.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, so I need to check some of the wires on the OptiSpark, because if they're bad in it, then you got to put an OptiSpark in it to fix it.
The coil is not brutally expensive. The spark plug wires aren't.
The coil on it. You need to do.
Yeah, the coil, the spark plug wires themselves aren't awfully expensive, but it's about 4 hours of labor to change them. All the spark plug wires run between the power steering bracket and the engine block down here, and you
have
can't
to
get
take everything of this off.
All that's got to come off in order to get these out. The spark plug wires. And if you, I don't know if you did you put it back on the coil? The coil wire is corroded. What happens is a lot of times is people will do some work on it and they won't put the coil wire all the way on, so it starts arcing between the coil and the coil wire. And what happens then is it starts to corrode inside.
3 or 5 on that side of the OptiSpark, more than likely he's going to be dead. And what it does is it does the same thing as it does as the coil in it. There's the only option to fix it is to put an OptiSpark in.
The problem is if it needs an OptiSpark is about $900. And it takes about 3.5 hours of labor to get it out.
So the very minimal, it needs wires, a coil, and if you do the coil on it, you really need to do the module on it too.
Well, we can try doing it without the module.
You can try it, but I mean,
why don't we get it?
That's a one way or another deal.
My suggestion to you would be, we'll get a set of wires and a coil. We'll go with the assumption that that's all it needs. And as we start pulling the spark plug wires off, what we can do is, if there's any kind of that same corrosion on the spark plug wires to the OptiSpark is the distributor on these things. They're in the front, down below the water pump, and they're notorious for going bad. But they're notorious for going bad if your water pump leaks. If your water pump leaks on top of it, it drips onto it and it kills it. It doesn't appear to be leaking though. But it just, for sure, the coil is bad, and the wire.
I haven't been seeing any leaks. I've just been I think I've been seeing some sweating from the air conditioner.
Yeah, that's going to be over here.
That's over there,
on the
yeah.
ground. Yeah, it's just condensate from the when it's taking stuff out of the air there.
Did you look at the code on the wires or not? Yeah.
I can't find a date code on it. I don't know how old they are.
I don't know, but it don't.
They've been in there a while. I mean, they're dirtier.
If somebody did it, they did it a long time ago, because it doesn't appear that they actually did it.
Yeah, they're not the originals though. But they are Delco. Somebody kind of did it right.
Yeah, for the
at least they looked it all back up the way
it's glued together back right.
Whoever did it did a pretty decent job.